10. The Rod. Everybody fears being struck by a rod. Everybody fears death. Therefore, knowing this, feeling for others as yourself, do not kill others or cause others to kill. Everybody fears being struck by a rod, life being dear to all. Therefore, knowing this, feeling for others as for yourself, do not kill others or cause others to kill. If one, pursuing happiness, strikes living beings who also strive to live happily with a rod or other instrument, he will reap an unwholesome harvest. If one pursues his own happiness while causing no harm to other living beings who also strive to live happily, he will reap a wholesome harvest. Avoid harsh speech. Angry words backfire upon the speaker. By making yourself as still as a cracked cymbal, not retaliating, you achieve nirvana. As a cowherd leads the cattle to pasture, so do old age and death drive the life of all beings. The fool, committing evil deeds, realizes not their nature. The fool, due to his evil deeds, suffers as if scorched by fire. He who inflicts pain on the innocent comes to one of 10 calamities: pain, loss, injury, illness, insanity, danger from rulers, frightening accusations, loss of loved ones, loss of wealth. One of these will he experience, or fire will destroy his house. After the destruction of his body, the same foolish man will go to an unhappy state. Though he does penance through nakedness, with tangled hair, covering his body with mud, fasting, rubbing himself with ash, and crouching in a posture of humility, none of these rites can purify a man who has not freed himself of doubt. Regardless of attire or adornment, the guiltless one, calm, self-restrained, chaste and resolute, refraining totally from hurting living beings, is the Brahmin, the recluse, the monk. It is the rare being who is restrained by self-direction, who does not invite reproof, as a good horse does not invite the whip. Be like a good horse, touched gently by the whip. The horse moves forward with full power and energy. Have an abundance of confidence, good conduct, effort, concentration. Be aware and attentive. Put aside this great mass of suffering. Those who would irrigate the land bring the water wherever they choose. Arrowsmiths fashion arrows. Carpenters shape wood. The virtuous mold themselves. 11. Old age. Can there be joy and laughter when always the world is ablaze? Enshrouded in darkness, should you not seek a light? Look at the body adorned. A mass of wounds draped upon a heap of bones. A sickly thing, this subject of sensual thoughts, neither permanent nor enduring. The body wears out, a nest of disease, fragile, disintegrating, ending in death. What delight is there in seeing the bleached bones, like grounds thrown away, dried and scattered in the autumn sun? A citadel is this structure of bones, blood and flesh, within which dwell decay, death, conceit, and malice. The royal chariots surely come to decay, just as the body, too, comes to decay. But the shining truth and loving kindness live on. So speak the virtuous to the virtuous. The unwise person grows large in body. Though he becomes large physically, his mind remains small. How many lives, how many rounds of rebirth have I experienced without finding the builder of this house? Now I see you, O builder. All of your rafters are broken. Your ridgepole is shattered. Never again need you build a house for me. My mind has gone beyond the transitory, the conditioned, and has achieved the extinction of craving. Those who do not find their way to a higher life, or fail to earn wealth during their youth, look back with regret in their old age. like large, wading birds beside a dry pond. Having attained neither the higher life of the seeker, nor having acquired wealth and power in their youth, they lie like spent arrows that have missed their mark, bewailing their misspent past. 12. Self. If a man holds himself in high esteem, let him be vigilant, a careful observer, day and night, during any of the 3 watches of life. First, one must establish one's own high moral principles, then preach to others. Very difficult it is to restrain oneself. Let one mold himself in accordance with the precepts he teaches. There can be no gap in credibility, and no disgrace. Only the self shelters the self. What shelter could there be outside the self? With oneself thoroughly trained, one gains a shelter rare. As a diamond bores a softer gem, so does the evil committed by a fool crush the doer. As a strangling vine chokes a tree, so does a person's unwholesome action destroy him, to the delight of his enemy. Unwholesome action, hurting self, comes easily. Wholesome action, healing self, takes effort. A foolish man clings to wrong views, mocks the teachings of the righteous. Such a person reaps what he sows, inviting ruin and destruction, like the fruit-bearing bamboo tree. By oneself is evil done. By oneself is one made impure. By oneself is evil undone. By oneself is one made pure. Each one is responsible for purity and impurity. No one can cleanse another. One should not neglect one's own moral good for the sake of another's. Learn first before teaching another. Let each one embrace his own truth, and devote himself to its fulfillment.